they are from a broad range, diversity of industries. But what I love about that is because Townsville is like that. And you go out and have a dinner or have a drink somewhere and you meet some amazing people. So the first question that I have for the panel is, what opportunities do you see for Townsville North Queensland to grow and how are you contributing? So I thought I'd start with Melanie because she's got the coolest job in the city. So, Melanie.
Thanks, Claudia. I think everyone's got a cool job, by the way. For unmanned and autonomous systems, I really think Townsville has the opportunity to be the national and potentially world leader. And the reason I say that is it doesn't really have a home at the moment in Australia. We're not big shipbuilders like down south. We don't have that ingrained workforce. We're agile, we're diverse, we know what we're doing with a variety of different industries. We're not just that one-stop shop. So what that means for unmanned and autonomous systems and Townsville's opportunities is not only can we be the place of excellence for future development of these platforms, so that's an industry base, we can be leading the training, the enabling aspects, so aims are doing ReefWorks, that's Australia's Tropical Marine Technology Test Range. These are the components that you need to boost the industry to get it cost effective. So long term for Townsville, I'm hoping we will be the hub and the centre of excellence leading Australia into marine and autonomous technologies.
Lovely, love that. Great. Damien, you just submitted a wonderful hydrogen application to the federal government. Talk about the future for Townsville North Queensland in terms of energy production, green energy production.
Pretty easy because Townsville's fortunate enough to have all the key ingredients for renewable energy and hydrogen, abundance of sunshine, plenty of water, I suppose, and committed proponents, not just us but others in the region that are willing to invest and bring these projects to life.
And Ash, you looking beyond the Australian borders.
Of course, thanks Claudia. As people know me, my eyes and my lens is always on the Pacific, and especially from Townsville through the Melanesian region. So as a business, Pacific Islands International, I guess that's our market, that's where we look, and Ginebra, Jimmy, is this what it's So yeah, being a Townsville-based business with a focus through the Pacific Islands, I guess that's where I see the opportunity is that as individual businesses we go in there and we do our best in Papua New Guinea or the Solomons or wherever, but we probably are as a collective, and I see that as a great opportunity if we can have one voice and get out there through the Melanesian region. Townsville's got a lot to offer, through energy, through defence, through different industry sectors. So I think that's an opportunity.
And Alicia.
I think, like these guys have said, the resources in this region are amazing. There's so many opportunities. There's new developments happening right now. There's ones that are just being announced at the moment, and there's definitely plenty more to come. So I think from our perspective, things like our project, being able to provide 400 jobs for the region and invest locally in the future of the region, I think is, we're pretty proud of being able to do that, and it's fantastic that the region has the ability to do that. So these future projects coming through, the amazing things that FI are doing, and Copper Stream coming up as well, I think there's just so much diversity available in this region and so many opportunities to come.
And Liam, obviously, in order to get people here, we need to be a livable city. So
exactly, and I think that's. Thank you, Claudia. Sorry for interrupting. And that's something that we at Council have been trying to do for a long time. We're all about community. We're all about bringing people together. And specifically relating back to arts and culture, yes, we were very fortunate this year due to COVID with some of the stuff that we had come here. But if it wasn't for the foresight of some of the wonderful leaders that came and business people in this room that came before, we wouldn't have got that state of origin. And that's just the beginning. Some of the big fights that we've had as well this year. And on top of that, even looking outside the COVID possibilities, is our success with the Northern Australian Festival of Arts and where that is going, and where we see that going as well. As a really, we want that to be an internationally acclaimed arts festival based here in Townsville, which in North Queensland is absolutely fantastic. So.
Everyone used the word global or international. The second question I have is, what are the current issues and/or enablers we need to sort of fix or get get right for the next growth era for our city and our region. I'll start with, I think I'll start Damien a bit, because obviously you are embarking into a new industry, you're still developing actually technology. What do you need?
Well, it's a bit of a battle there between whether we introduce industry first at the new industry, mineral mining for starters, and then advanced mineral manufacturing. But the challenge there to attract all this industry is to get some clean green energy at a very affordable price. And that's the issue at the moment, is we've got industry that wants to start, but the green energy isn't there. And the green energy would also like to get moving, but it's a bit of a leap of faith that no one's willing to take, a bit of chicken and egg. So it sort of reminds me of when my brothers and I were young, we were standing on a bridge to jump into a river, and it would be, you go first, and you go first, and you go first, and eventually someone will push someone. We're just not quite at that point yet.
Alicia, I was thinking you might go next, because mining obviously is the DNA of our region, but we've seen more and more people from Melbourne and Sydney mainly saying that it's not the cleanest thing to do, and you've got a constant battle for your license to operate. So what do you think we need?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, to be honest, the mining industry hasn't done itself any favours in the past, but we're in this new era now. We've got new people coming through, new technology, so the ability to right those wrongs of the past, to do better, learn from our mistakes, and include things like renewable energy if it comes close enough to your side. So I think being able to have those links and opening up the legislative barriers and the red tape in that area would really help push development forward. I think the release of the Queensland Resource Industry Development Plan yesterday, there's some fantastic stuff in there. And from my tree hugger background, I'm quite happy to see that out of the 6 key aspects that they're looking at, 3 of them are really ESG, sustainability focused. So looking at that sort of social, economic, human and environmental aspects. So I think being able to fast track and facilitate development is going to be really important moving forward. But I also think that we need to be able to get people to the region, and for all these projects to go ahead, we need people here. We don't want to be flying them in, we don't want to be driving them in, we want them right here. So to what Liam was saying earlier, some of the fantastic arts things that we're developing here are starting to challenge those big cities. So I think that development and the livability of the area is going to really help in the future.
I like to ask Melanie next. You obviously are also inventing something that's totally new, revolutionary really in the world. What do you need to be successful?
I think definitely money. I'll get into that point next. In terms of evolutionary and innovative, a lot of that sub-elements of these technologies already exist. The modelling simulation engines, it's what the gaming industry is already doing. So it's just about adapting that to the Great Barrier Reef and the underwater environment. So it's really that integration of technologies that are out there to deliver new capability. So in terms of enablers, I think places like Townsville Enterprise here, they were a key enabler for me. And the reason is this is a truly multi-industry problem. This extends from digital guides, through the manufacturers, through the training elements, through the guys like the smart precincts in that standing up the back. That's what we need. We need to be agile enough to get the best experts in the room to address the problem. We need to be able to get money fast to that. And the way to do that is put the spotlight on Townsville where it should be. It's Australia's biggest garrison city with probably the smallest defence industry in terms of money coming in. Getting the focus from the federal government and the state government aligned with where Townsville City Council is going, and get a tri-government approach where we're going to address this problem on behalf of Australia. And that means that whole rapid development cycle. This is about getting money in fast and being able to have the money to take a risk on something that's going to be an amazing capability enabler for Australia. And that risk, people coming to Australia, suddenly we've got money to attract them.
I really love it. Ash, obviously the Pacific is our next sort of frontier. We know the Pacific Step Up is where our opportunity lies. But what are the enablers for businesses like yourselves to get from here to the Pacific?
Yeah, well, I guess connections is the first thing that, we need flights coming to the airport. How frustrating it is for Brisbane or Cairns. So we had the PNG flight a few years ago, which, for whatever reason wasn't really supported, and they changed their their focus, from Townsville, so that was a bit disappointing, but, all hope is not lost as borders open up. I think that's something we should be doing as a city with their one voice. So yeah, I think connection is a big thing. We've got the connection through the port, that takes our minerals and resources to the world, so that has that connection, through that channel, but yeah, definitely aviation connection. And then I think as everybody in the room would think, staff and human resources is the next biggest challenge for us to grow. Everybody can get a job if they want one in Townsville at the moment, but it's getting that next wave of people moving to our region, and obviously they can't at the moment, but hopefully into the future, what the City Council and the rest of the talent everybody's doing, hopefully that attracts more people, so that'll help us.
And probably I'll finish off with this, we're close to 4 o'clock, but this is a good one. I think Liam should start with that one. If you were the mayor for one day, what would you do?
That's a very dangerous one, sitting in this room, definitely. No, I don't know, that's a great question. If I was the mayor for one day, I think perhaps I really don't know. I would bring people together and make a final decision on our arts precinct. We need to have a location settled down. We need to have everyone in the same room and have a bloody answer. That's what I say.
Alicia, mayor for one day, what would you do?
That is a very tough question.
Sign up for all the approvals.
How many things can we get signed up in one day? No, I think just, I don't know if you did this in a day, but getting everyone in the room and just sort of a refresh. I know it can be very difficult in terms of terms of politicians and things that we've had going on for quite a while. There's been some projects moving along, but just sort of a refresh and a reset and maybe a different view on things. Maybe get some different people in the room and get some random ideas from them.
Good.
Go along the line.
Yes, flights.
Yeah, exactly right. Just get a group of business people together and get around the region. There's 8-10 million people, just on our doorstep out there. So let's get out there and see what we can offer them as a region and start get involved in that.
Even when having time to think about that, it's a difficult question. If I was one day as a mayor, what I would probably do is really target our next generation. So these are the kids coming through uni now that they all play games. I've got 2 kids that play getting them off the screen. They've got that technology interest. So this is about putting forward an ambitious vision that relates to these guys and showing that how that could actually be enabled in Townsville. So not someone like me, I was born in Townsville. I had to go down south to work at some jobs up here. So 10 years down south, came back, and now I feel like there's a path. So it's about trying to show what is Townsville Industry 4.0 for the kids.
Very loaded question. I guess safe answer is domestic offtake agreement for hydrogen for council vehicles.
I think sometimes we think we need to invite guest speakers from all over the country, but we have so many wonderful and bright minds in our city, and I really, really appreciate all of you to come and face the crowd. I picked you all because you have inspired me in my conversations with you, and I wish you all the best for the future, and you will be a really important part of TEL going forward as well. Thank you.